Welcome again, guys. Today I want to take you through our Kakamega project. In today's reveal, I want to take you into the step-by-step things that we've been working on this particular project. You remember from the first reveal, we told you guys that we came in and the client had been messed up by his former subcontractor. As we moved in, we were actually coming in to improve on whatever that has been done. And today, I just want to take you step by step from the landscape to the exterior wallings, to the main entrance, to the interior walls, ceilings and floors, kitchens and wardrobes, what we have been doing in this particular project, so that you are sure that surely there is a difference between what had been done and what we have delivered at this particular point. And also so that you are confident that whatsoever project that you can give us, we will definitely deliver, or we will definitely give you what you really want to achieve. So stay tuned as I take you through step by steps. About the landscaping, you remember I talked about this. We've done a lot of things here, separating the upper level, the lower level and the middle level, trenches dug properly and also trimmed nicely to allow water to flow, because this place is actually a typical slope. It slopes all the way from that side going the other side. So taking care of rain drainage was very key. The trenches right now are in place. You can see the grass is already grown now. We expect you to do the first cutting maybe in a week or 2 weeks time. The trees are already growing. Here on the other side, that is the powerhouse. We talked about it, not so much to say about. You can see the electrical fence has been done, the trimming around the gate, the razor wire, and then the step into this other side, which my client is contemplating to do a gazebo there. It has been stopped just a bit because of change of design. We are not going to go with the circular design, but we'll change on that. On this side, not so much, because this will be the pool side. We'll come in and do the pool after some time. But as you see, everything has taken shape. The landscape together with the house from this side. Amani just showed them how the house is looking from this particular angle. As you see, it is beautiful. The house and the landscape have really complemented very nicely, and they are looking very beautiful. That is now, as a creative mind, it is just working between the soft surfaces and the hard surfaces together with the house and the perimeter fencing. If well combined together, they give you what you want, and that is what we have done to this. So let's go in. Before we move in, the entrance is a very focal or key part of the house, and if gotten very right, it is a big statement before you enter. So when we came in, this particular space didn't have a statement at all. So we decided to come up with things that will enlighten or creatively improve the look of this space. And these we achieved through a number of items, one being the columns, which are nicely done in Roman style, which have the base, the body and the head, nicely and intricately formed. And these columns are seated in this space in a nicely way, fitting nicely on either sides and trimming the entrance in a beautiful manner. The same concept, we adapted the same concept on the face of the house, and we have replicated the entire thing on the entire house. Even where I'm standing here on the upper terrace, you will see the same column, and this column has really made the house to look beautifully from the entrance. As you drive in, it is really looking nice. The other item that we thought that we have to get it right was this particular space. This space had not been gotten right. Initially, it was meant to be a parking lot around this area, and this was supposed to be an entry. But we thought about it, and we felt like having a parking here will not be the right idea. So we decided to come up with 3 steps as you move into the house to just separate the parking lot or the cabro side from the entrance side. And we decided to merge the entire entrance from the left side all the way to the other side to make it one. So the idea behind this was to make this space look as an entity. After here, because we have not gone into decoration or that is greeneries in the area, but the idea behind here is as you come in, you meet the beautiful marble that is on the floor, which has been done. It is yet to be polished. We are waiting for the client to furnish the house, and then we just come and do our final polish on the floor, and that is what we came up with. It is not a cheap idea. It is a really rich and very expensive idea, doing marble on your front porch. But this came out very nicely, considering that we are doing some very beautiful columns. And apart from that, we decided that apart from doing the marble floor, we decided to come up with this beautiful door. Initially, this entrance door was one single leaf door, which was actually seated nicely at this particular point. And remember, it was a metallic door. Considering that we are doing all these particular items in this space to just enhance it or to improve it or to make it look more beautiful, the metallic door was not the best idea. Having the marble, having the columns, and having the moldings around the house, that metallic single leaf door would not have been the best idea. So we came up with this idea of having a beautiful lamo door in this space, and instead of having a single leaf which was 900, we decided to double the space, and now we came up with this door which is seated here at 1.8 meters wide, giving us a double door, and then the trimming around the door, this architrave, it flows, it is around 150 millimeter thick, and then as it goes up on the upper side of the door, it doubles to 300, trimming this door nicely and making this entrance a grand entry. And then, as you can also see, the trimmings on the door, the lock, and all the details that come with this door, they actually make this a statement combined together with the marble and the columns on the other side. This is a proper entry, and this is creativity of the highest order, and it is just beautiful as you move in, as you come in, or as you drive in. This exactly just tells you what is really on the other side of the house. So without wasting a lot of your time, let's move into the house. So we are inside the house after the main entrance. So here a few things has been done. This was not there. We decided to bring the light here so that because the space is quite big, we can have a console here or a console on this side. Just on top of it we have a light beautifully seated there. And then as you walk in, the gypsum was done, simple, neat lines. That is just the cornice and the lighting in the white gypsum panel. And as you walk in, we decided to come in with a wooden, solid mahogany arches on each and every arch in this house. And it was not there, but this is what we've done. Nicely solid mahogany arches on each and every wherever. And this is it, sitting exactly fitted in the pocket of the wall. And then on the side, trimmed nicely with the arches on the side, on either side, just making it simple, neatly done, just giving that elegance look. The floor initially, as you remember, it was in a laminated floor. It was not sitting well, especially when we were talking about the marble on the other side of the entry before you enter the house. So once we had done installing the marble, we thought as you enter the house, it was not complementing very nicely. So we decided to remove all the laminated floors and redo it with these polished granito tiles, which have really brightened up the space with the combination of the beautiful selected paint on the wall, with the mahogany complementing or contrasting with this, and then the floor in green and white, and then the black trim on the side. It has just made this place to look beautiful, bright, and then with the black here and there, just to contrast, and it's making it look so nice. So as you also walk in, that is now the entry porch. As you walk in now, we walk into the lounge. The same treatment on the arches, beautiful, simple, straight line ceilings. You can see the ceilings. We have also done the provisions for speakers all through the house, because now this is a home away from home, whereby the client works in Nairobi, but when they come here and they are resting here for their holiday, they want to have their experience. So we have also provided a cinema room kind of setup, whereby now we have our Dolby surround speakers in the ceilings, and then we have the front speakers, which will be here. As you see, the focal one, we treated it nicely with our natural coral stones, but the speakers are seated on the sides. This is a left speaker, and that is a right speaker. Then below we have the center speakers. We've also channeled all the cables that are necessary into the TV, and then the socket sits behind. So this TV will be probably an 85-inch TV seated here, and then on the side there's this trimming that has been done in coral stone just to beautify the front and just to give it a character, just so that the marble is not just, the coral stone is just not coral stone, but beautifully and creatively installed. And that's why we combine that with the black, in black granite in it. And then now, with that well-selected wall bracket on the side, and the same thing happens on that side. And then the simple ceiling on the upper with a very beautiful trimming of a cornice on it. And then, before I forget, when we also came in, this entry, this door, was not as big as it is. This was just a single door that led into the balcony outside. We decided to brighten up this place, and that is why actually this place looks very bright. We decided to use the space outside with the space outside, so that the other side can be just an overflow of the inside, or even the dining during the hot area, the hot times, or the beautiful times. These guys can sit up outside there, and they will be using that space. Guys, we are in the kitchen. The kitchen has always been one of our strongest points in all the interior works that we have always done. In this particular kitchen, we have done a number of things, and I will mention a few things that are just very critical, or the most important things that we've done. One is the selection of the material. Two is the selection of the accessories. Three was the island. And four, it is the layout. So on this end, what we have done is very simple. These two panels are storage. Selection of handle is key, and it actually reflects the doors. And then the material, that is super close. Then these two doors, probably you might think this is a storage unit, but when you open this door, it directly takes you into the pantry. But when you close it, you assume it is storage. So that is one creative thing that we've done to avoid putting so many doors around the kitchen, so that whoever moves in, they'll just feel that everything is seamless, and it's as simple as that. But when you open that, it takes you to the pantry. Then, if you saw our first video, this counter was at around 10-15 millimeters from the floor level. This is the breakfast area. It didn't have a pocket whereby if you had to put a bar stool in this place, you will not have leg room. So we decided, and then the next thing, the entire kitchen was at the same height. It was at the same height of the breakfast counters. So this breakfast counter being at 1050 means the entire kitchen was also at 1050, which is very low. Second thing, the finishes of the doors and the finishes of the arrangement were very low. The door finishes, you could see paintwork peeling. The edges had not been trimmed nicely with the lipping. So we decided, me and my client, after coming up with the design, a new design and the layout, we decided, let's rip out the entire kitchen. We brought the entire thing down, came up with a proper counter, which is actually, now it has leg room for putting the legs as we come to arrange the furniture. You will see the bar stools nicely seated here. We also rearranged the ceiling just to complement this space, whereby now at the breakfast counter we have these two hanging lights. Then as you come on this other side, you can see the entire thing has been nicely trimmed. This is granite, double lipping. Type of door. Then next to it, we have the wine rack that my client will have to place his own beautiful wines in this space for purposes of, one, aesthetics. Secondly, is for functionality, whereby you can pick your drink from there and do that. Then here, this is now space for a double fridge, which is also to come. In drawers, well put. Yes, you can check. Everything is just looking beautiful at the moment. Then as we look up the ceiling was not like this. We also demolished this ceiling. Not to forget, we did this almost 2 to 3 times because the location, initially there was a corner here. And then even the initial kitchen that was here, if you can recall the previous video, the kitchen was reaching somewhere here in terms of the high level cabinets. We decided to just take our cabinets all the way and complement them, or to make them match properly with the ceiling. So the ceiling and the cornice in the high levels, they look as one thing. Then together with the cornice in the ceiling and the upper level cornices, everything just looks beautiful. So we decided to put this beautiful chandelier here just to add the aesthetic element in this entire kitchen. We also removed the tiles that were here because during the construction process we were not lucky. We touched a few tiles here and there that were already existing. So we were forced to just do tiles all the way from the lounge to this side so that the entire thing looks beautiful. So in a nutshell, we have the top cabinets, marble, we have our backsplash, we have our kitchens, hob, we have our DP switches, we have DP that controls the hood and the DP that controls we also have the DPs that control the microwave and oven put at this particular point. So when you want to use them, you have to come on this side and switch them on. This is something that so many people forget, but it's necessary that you control them from the side and under the granite with a pull-out type of sink, nicely done. If you can see the trimming, even the cutting of the granite, well done and well polished. The backsplash, not the normal 100mm height, it is almost 200mm. The trimming, when you're doing our tile works, the trimming on the window, we just don't leave it like that. The edging has been properly done, it just needs some proper washing. Then now complementing the upper level, I feel what we've done is a completely beautiful transformation. Let me just hear your comments in the comment section below. What we've done right, what we've not done right, let me just hear it. And that is the job of the kitchen. We are now at the staircase area. This entity in this house is a very crucial entity in our design. If not well thought about and carefully selected, you can actually even get it wrong. We came in, there was a staircase that had already been done. We decided to remove it, and this thing of removing things is not an easy thing, because whatever you remove and whatever you put must be likable, or it must challenge whatever you removed. So we came in and we decided to remove the laminated floors that were in this staircase, and we decided to propose solid mahogany wood blocks on the steps. castles, and a beautiful handrail that is also in wood solid mahogany. With this beautifully casted king post, 5 pieces, one at the far end, one in the middle there, and then 2 as you go down the staircase. All this with the way it has been finished, properly finished. You can see it is really smooth, very nicely polished with the top and now the treads, the risers and the steps. Everything just came in properly, and it looks solid, it looks rich, it looks beautiful, and it also looks creative. As compared to the laminated floors that were here, which were supposed to go with the laminated floor, which was supposed to go with the stainless steel, it was really a throw. So that is what we did for this space. And then as you also come up, you can see we decided to complement the entire space with the beautiful wainscoting on the top, on the walls, on the walls on this side, and the walls on that side, and the walls on that side, and all that. This probably will give my client space to hang their wall hangings in the spaces. And those ones have been ordered, they will come. Then even the ceiling was strongly placed. It was a circular ceiling in this space, so probably meaning our chandelier was meant to come at this particular point. On the risers, we've done the steps, we've done the landings, we've done this king post, the handrails, and now to complement it all with the right selection of colors, beautiful ceiling. Suitcases. Then as you close also, you can see it's still soft closing. Closing itself, you don't have to struggle. And then let's go without forgetting the handles. Look at the handles. Because the door flows all the way from the ceiling all the way to the bottom, you can't come here and just put a simple small handle here. We decided to put the long handles, which are almost 600 or 800 millimeter long, and then with its nicely pocket here that you can comfortably handle, and it's strong enough. And if you pull it, it is firmly fixed in place, and it's nicely just to complement the heights and even the look. The concept is more or less the same. Properly selected handles, proper arrangement inside, beautiful arrangement inside, different arrangements. That is the same. That then you can see this is just for foldables. You can check that. Then as you come on this side, the same. So we are having different compartments with different setups for different purposes. Even the colors, sober, polite, white color in all the spaces. With just a few throws of the coral stones around different spaces, and that is it for the master. So much guys for staying tuned to watch our reveal, our last reveal for the Kakamega project. And as usual, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our social media pages. And at Keith Interiors, where style meets elegance.